Hello, dear students. Very good morning to you all. First of all, let me congratulate you all for successfully completing your 10th board exams and uh, winning with the best results that you have. Congratulations to all. Once again, I would like to congratulate you all for taking admission in our school. Your decision of continuing your study from this school itself, that is something marvelous. And you know that most of you are my favorite students, and I feel really proud of you for your achievement in 10th board exam and also taking admission here in this class. Dear students of class 11, welcome to the world of English language. I will be teaching you English grammar. Please remember the type of questions that you used to get for your board examination, your class 9 and 10, almost the same pattern of question that you are going to get in your board exam, in your class 11 examinations also. This is, hope all of you have taken your book. This is our total English book, and here if you look page number 4, the question pattern is given here. Question pattern you will get from here, and here you will find your question consists of 100 marks. First paper, that is the first question, is a comprehension of 400 to 450 words, one of the numbers of the subjects. So in this question number 1, it is an essay writing question, and of this essay writing question 5 to 6 topics will be given. Of this 5 to 6 you need to select any one, but your essay should be in 400 to 450 words, almost 4 to 5 pages of the things that you have to write, because it is of 25 marks question. Alright. Question number 2 consists of 2 questions, that is director writing, that is article writing, book review, film review, review of a cultural program, speech writing, report writing, personal profile, and statement of purpose based on suggested poems. So question number 2A, it is review writing. We are going to learn all those things: review writing, book review, film review, like that way. Then question number 2 of question number B of 2, that is proposal writing based on any given situation. The proposal should include the heading, statement of the objective, list of measures. These are the things. So question number 2 consists of 30 marks. Then question number 3 is a short questions to test grammar and structure. Of course, it will have the grammar things like fill-ups, join the sentence, then reading the fill in the gap, like that way. Then question number 4, that is comprehension passage. Of course, passage will be given, then based on the passage, questions, and finally you will be asked to write the summary in your own words. Preface writing or summary writing. Dear students, today to begin with, I am going to start with unit number 1. This is unit number 1. Please check your syllabus. And here, unit number 1 speaks about simple, compound, and complex sentences. Simple, compound, and complex sentences. And today I will be teaching you from page number 7 to 9. In between, I will be giving you some homework also. Alright, so page number 7 to 9. Simple, compound and complex sentences. Let us begin. All of you have learned very well what is simple sentence, what is complex sentence, what is compound sentence. At least if you remember my class in class 8, 9, 10 and so on, we have taught all these things to you. Hope you remember. Thus, what is a simple sentence? Who can say that? Yes. Many of you are raising your hand like this way, you know that, yes, very good. But let me tell you, a simple sentence has only one subject and one predicate. One subject and one predicate in a single simple sentence. In other words, a simple sentence has only one finite verb. What is this finite verb? Come on, one main verb. Finite verb. The verb means one main verb. For example, after the game, we went home. The garden looks beautiful with flowers. After the game, we went home. Now, after the game, we went home. What is the finite verb that we find here? Went. W-E-N-D. That is the finite verb. Then the garden looks beautiful with flowers. What is the verb here? Again, look how it looks. Looks beautiful. Looks, yes. Thus, simple sentence means a sentence that is having a subject and a predicate. Or in other words, a simple sentence has got a finite verb. Clear? Now moving to the compound sentence. Compound sentence. A compound sentence consists of two or more coordinate clauses. Coordinate clauses. Compound sentence consisting of two or more coordinating clauses. 2-3 clauses are there, but these clauses are connected or linked together with a conjunction. Remember again our class 8, subordinating conjunction, coordinating conjunctions, all those things I taught you, isn't it? I had asked you to make the chart and so on. What is coordinating conjunction? What is subordinating conjunctions? Yes. A compound sentence consists of two or more coordinate clauses. The sun rose and everything looked bright. The sun rose and everything looked bright. These two coordinating clauses, they are able to stand by itself, but they are joined together with a conjunction. And what is the conjunction used here? Please look at the text. The sun rose and the sun rose. Very good, very fine. Everything looked bright. Again, very good. Now these clauses are put together, joined together with the help of a conjunction. Understand? Now, this sentence has two parts. The sun rose, everything looked bright. Each part has a subject and a predicate of its own. Thus, coordinating conjunction, each part has got a subject and a predicate. Both the parts of the sentence makes the one sentence. Both parts of sentence make one sentence. Therefore, each part is an important clause and it can make sense by itself. Complete sense they give. But by using a conjunction, here in the conjunction that is used, and this sentence is made into one single sentence. Yes. Therefore, each part is an important clause and can make sense by itself. It can stand alone as a complete sentence. In other words, each clause is independent of the other or is of the same rank. What is the meaning of independent and dependent? Swatantra, independent. This means can stand by itself. For example, now, am I depending on this stand to stand erect? Yes. Now I am depending, whereas now I am independent. Independently standing, dependently standing. Correct. Thus, independent means the thing that the sentence, part of the sentence that has got a subject and a predicate which can stand by itself, that can stand by itself without the support of the other one. Alright. Yes. In other words, each clause is independent of the other or is of the same rank. Therefore, such clauses are called independent or coordinate clauses. Independent clause, coordinate clauses. A compound sentence is made up of coordinate clauses. Example, many are called but few are chosen. Again, the conjunction used here is but. God made the country and man made the town. Again, and is the conjunction used here. Thus, dear students, a compound sentence consists of two or more coordinated clause that can stand by itself. It has got its own subject and predicate, and this sentence, when we formulate compound sentence, conjunction is put in between to join the two parts together and make it into one single sentence. Hope the thing is clear for you. Complex sentence. Now what is complex sentence? Again, a complex sentence consists of a one main clause and one or more subordinative clause. Complex sentence, one main clause is there and one or more complex, so one or more subordinative clause. Main clause, dependent clause, that is what we can say. Yes, a complex sentence consists of one main clause and one or more subordinative clauses dependent for their full meaning to discuss. When a clause is dependent, it cannot express its full meaning by itself. But when this subordinative clause is connected with the main clause, it expresses its meaning fully. Subordinative clause and main clause. Complex sentence has got what? One main clause and one or more subordinating clause. This subordinating clause cannot stand by itself to express its full meaning. It can express its meaning only when it is put together, connected with the other one. Let us see. We went home when the sun set. We went home when the sun set. Now you look and see. We divide this sentence into two parts. We went home, main clause. When the sun set. When the sun set, the second part, that is subordinative clause, it cannot express its meaning fully. It cannot make its meaning fully. Definitely it cannot. To express its, but when the sun sets, something happened. We don't know what exactly happened. Some meaning we get, but no full meaning we don't get. Thus, when we connect the second part, subordinative clause, with the first part, definitely what happens? It becomes complex sentence with the help of the first one. Thus, as each part has a subject and a predicate of its own and is part of the large sentence, each part of the sentence is a clause. However, we note that we went home makes sense by itself and it can stand alone. We went home, but when we, such a clause is called main or principal form. We went home. Full meaning is there. Look at the second part. When the sun sets, we don't get the full meaning. Thus, the subordinative clause is connected with the main clause. It expresses its meaning fully. Clear for you? Yes. Thus, we have got. So, that is a short explanation about simple, compound and complex sentences. If you have not again understood, please read the test again and again and get back to me with this one. I will be making a broadcasting group for the class 11 students soon in the coming days. Until then, you have to watch the class in the school website as well as in my YouTube channel Alan's Tutorials. Alright. Little more explanation about our complex sentence. The clause when the sun set cannot make sense by itself and cannot therefore stand alone. It depends for its full meaning on the clause we went for. Such a clause is called dependent or subordinative clause. Examples of complex sentences are: he went to Kolkata that he might find some work. He will be late unless we hurry up. Do not talk while you are eating. Yes, thus while, unless, that, all those things are used as conjunctions. What type of conjunction? Subordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunctions mainly used for what? Mainly used for compound sentence, whereas subordinating conjunctions that are mainly used for complex sentences. Yes. Now, conversion of simple sentences to compound sentence, from simple to compound sentence. Some examples are given there, and just below that there is an assignment for you that I will make you to do the homework. A simple sentence can be changed into a compound one by expanding a word or a phrase into a coordinating clause. Simple sentence. How it is converted? The examples are given here. Understand these things very well, then get back to the exercise. Besides being clever, he is hardworking. Compound. He is not only clever but also hardworking. Not only but also is there. In spite of his riches, he is unhappy. He is very rich but he is unhappy. He must leave early to catch the flight. He must leave early or he will not catch the flight. Besides making a promise, he kept it. He not only made a promise but also kept it. Failing prompt payment, the goods must be returned. You must either pay the bill at once or return the goods. Notwithstanding his hard work, he did not succeed. He worked hard, yet he did not succeed. What is the meaning of notwithstanding? Notwithstanding, yes, in spite of, ke bawajood in Hindi we say. In spite of, however, almost the meaning comes like that. Thus, you have learned how to convert from simple to compound sense. Accordingly, dear students, on your page number 8, the last part, this is the homework. Look at carefully here. This exercise, this one, from here to here, this one. This one is your homework assignment number 1. So please convert this simple sentence into compound sentence, and all must send this homework back to me in my WhatsApp number. I will be giving that WhatsApp number 9565775268, and I will be waiting for you. After completing that, I will return it back to you. Now, please hope you will do that one. Conversion of compound sentence to simple sentence. What is the technology that we need to use? Conversion of compound to simple. Simple to compound, that was the thing. Now again, compound to simple. Ulta karna hai abhi. Okay. See, some rules are given here on page number 9 at the top. Compound sentences may be changed into simple sentence as follows. First rule, by substituting a participle. You know what is participle? What are the type of participles? 3 type of participle. What are the participles? Present participle, past participle, and any other participle is there. What is that thing? Present participle, past participle, and perfect participle. Yes. Compound. He finished his work and went home. Having finished his work, he went home. Here it is participle, ing form of the base form of the verb, participle. Second one, by substituting a prepositional phrase etc. for a clause, that is compound. She cleared the statue and then decorated it. Simple. After cleaning the statue, she decorated it. Third rule is by substituting an infinitive or a clause. Compound. Either you must confess your fault or you will be punished. Simple. You must confess your fault to escape punishment. Participle by using a infinitive, to infinitive, or a clause. To infinitive, where infinitive. Yes. Accordingly, some assignments are given here. Let me read it for you. This is almost you are familiar this part. In each of the following items, sentence A is complete but sentence B is not. Complete sentence B, making it as similar in meaning to sentence A. Write down sentence B, complete in each case. Okay. Now I will be reading and dictating the answer for you. You have to write down. Yes. He changed his clothes and went for a walk. He changed his clothes and went for a walk. Having changed his clothes, he went for a walk. Answer is B. Having changed his clothes, he went for a walk. Second one. I called her, but she gave me no answer. She gave me no answer to my call. She gave me no answer to my call. She gave me no answer to my call. Third one. You must work hard or you will not succeed. You must work hard to succeed. Answer is you must work hard to succeed. Not only was he set free but also was given some money. He was set free with some money. He was set free with some money. Fifth one. He was ill and therefore he could not go to school. He could not go to school due to his illness. He could not go to school due to illness. She is very poor, but she does not complain. In spite of her poverty, she does not complain. In spite of her poverty, garibi, poverty, she does not complain. They finished their work and went to play. Having finished their work, they went to play. Having finished their work, they went to play. The ship went down, yet the passengers were saved. In spite of the ship went down, the passengers were saved. In spite of the ship went down, the passengers were saved. Yes, dear students, let me show you once again. I have written here the answer with a pencil. I don't know whether you will be able to find it. If you can find it, please write it down, or you have to listen the video and write it again, okay, in your copy. Thus, dear students, here I stop. As I told you, we have taken class from page number 7 to 9. Page number 7 to 9. Please focus on your study. Please don't forget, these are the 2 homeworks that you have to do. Assignment number 1 on page number 8. 8 questions are there where you will convert from simple to compound sentence. And assignment number 2, I have already dictated the answer. These two things you have to write in your copy. Separate, then you should have a separate grammar copy for this one. All right. Okay, you take care. Once again, if you have not checked my YouTube channel, I'm going to give my YouTube channel, and you can also find this one, my phone number. Double 79565252668. Then YouTube, Alan's tutorial. So please do the homework and send the things to me. All right, all must start learning. My phone number 9565775268 and YouTube Alan's tutorial. There you will find an yellow logo icon. Yellow, two leaves, one book, one sunrise, one pen, and so that is the thing. So please identify that. Please do subscribe my channel and watch this class in my YouTube channel as well as in our school. Tomorrow I will be continuing the class from page number 10, where I will begin with directed writing. Alright, you take care. God bless you. Have a nice day. Once again, thank you for attending the class. God bless you, boys.